All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. This scene set in the boys' cub cabin. The Shadowrunners had been staying here after their recent growth, and we've had a new addition to the cub cabins, a new cub, something we haven't had in a while now. So the Shadowrunners have been rushing around a lot the last few days, but Alana's finishing up the last bit of packing of their belongings in the cub cabins when this scene takes place. Uh, you can decide where you want Joe to come in from.
That's cool. Um, Joel actually come in the door. He's made a point after last night to go and make an offering to one of the ship spirits. Um, so he knocks just in case because he knows there's like other people, and who knows what goes on when guys aren't around.
You'll hear Alana say, "Come in."
And he just opens the door and like, how's it, Raya? And he sort of waves at you as he closes the door behind him.
Hello, lad.
Aloha.
You don't have to knock. You can come and go from this cabin as you wish.
I was just being polite. And he just kind of shrugs.
It's your own home, lad.
I know, but until later on today, he sort of looks a bit sad for a second and smiles. I have roommates, and I don't know, you guys might be doing something.
If we're doing something that you're not supposed to be there for, you'd probably be able to tell from a distance that there's something going on and that you shouldn't come in.
I'm,
Otherwise, there's nothing we're doing that's going to be inappropriate for you.
I don't know. I mean, I come from a big family. I have lots of sisters, so and brothers for that matter. Like sort of raises an eyebrow and thought. Don't mind me. I'm just polite.
Well, that's a good thing.
Anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I think I've got most of it done already.
Okay.
There is some bacon and fudge left in the fridge if you want it.
Whoa. Yes, please. And Joe will go make himself some. Just you know, you guys don't have to move. He he says as he eats it.
My office says we do, so that means we do.
Well, okay. And Alpha says so. But I don't mind company.
You're quiet, so we hardly noticed you around.
I've just been trying to get acclimatized to this whole thing.
It can be a bit of a system shock. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, one minute you're like worried about final exams and like um internships and crap like that, and the next day you're like, "Good morning and welcome to Gaya's Army." What?
I suppose I had it easier then. Tisha did too, in a way.
Oh
We were
yeah.
both raised on a sept.
Oh, what was that like?
I'm sure she'd give you a slightly different answer than mine. It was difficult.
Joe just kind of sits down and he's listening intently. How so?
Saoirse's story is probably a bit better. Her mother was a Philodox, and her father was a kinfolk.
Oh,
And what else? Let me see. So she grew up uh, knowing about all of us, and her mother had a charge that she was overseeing, and that charge was made to hunt and such for food for the family and for itself. They kept a very close eye on it, making sure that it didn't do anything inappropriate, didn't go rampaging off killing anybody.
I get the feeling that that can happen from time to time.
When they're born as a full-blown Krynos, uh, the ability to hurt somebody even on accident goes way up, especially when they're younger.
Oh boy. Joe just sort of looks very empathetic. Oh boy. And I thought my mom and dad had it tough raising us kids.
But she had a good education. So she even went to college, got bachelor's, I think, in ancient history.
Oh well. Maybe there's hope for me then. Maybe I'll get to finish my degree.
Talk to the classworkers; they may be able to get you most of your classes online to minimize the discomfort of your fellow students.
I'm, I might do that actually. Um, Maybe the next time I talk to Felix, excuse me, Felix Raya, I'll, um, I'll ask him about that.
Teresa's also a glasswalker.
Oh, okay. I haven't actually met Teresa yet. Ex- Excuse me, Teresa Raya.
She's the alpha of our pack. She's got the darker tan skin, and the black curly hair. She's been running around here.
Oh yeah, she's really into lots of different music, right?
Aye,
Almost always has her headphones on.
aye. She also likes guns.
Oh, um, okay. Uh, I might. And Joe kind of looks a little uncomfortable. I might need to request some lessons in that department.
Well, she's definitely the person I'd recommend. She's got definitely got the skill in that.
That's cool. And Joe looks kind of sad, but he's smiling through it. So if you know what that looks like.
What's wrong, lad?
Uh, um, Joe basically explains what happened uh, in the scene that happened last night. Uh,
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
um, oh, okay. Well, I was sent on a mission with a bunch of the other Rayas, and For the most part, it was fun in some interesting way I don't fully understand yet, but it was sort of fun. It was like something straight out of an action movie. And when it turns out that these corrupted drug dealers had, what did they call that thing? In implanted a bane in the kinfolk. And it was too far gone. So I and Joe kind of inhales and he bites his lower lip. I had to fulfill my office. I had to shoot a young woman that was only a bit younger than me.
What tribe was she from?
Glasswalker.
And you're certain she was too far gone?
I had the assurances of multiple uh, and Joe kind of takes a deep breath as he's trying to remember the different phases of the moon. Uh, um, I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm having a bit of a hard time remembering right this second. But there were multiple. There were there were multiple spirit speakers, and they each said she was a bit too far gone.
Do you remember their names?
Well, the theaters, that's right. Um, well, I presume maybe I shouldn't do that, but I presume that the one theurge, which was 10 Point Raya, was communicating with us from the other side of things. Um, and I think Felix Raya was on the other side with her. And there was Talatahin Raya was there present with us. And she said the bane had gotten too far. And that there was no healing her. So hard.
Nobody saw Talatahine outside of the Umbra? No humans?
No,
You're certain of that?
I am.
Right.
She she was very well concealed. She had a hoodie and everything. And besides, I think anyone that would have seen something was freaking scared off and running to the other side of the street. I'm still not used to that. You have to understand, Ryan, that I'm from Hawaii. We we we're a really warm people by nature. We it's it's weird. I mean, I'm a tough guy. I spent a few years on the streets, but I've never had like whole clusters of people like just part like the Red Sea.
Interesting. Usually phyllodoxes aren't too bad around folk. They're usually not too
Oh,
amped up.
we were all traveling together, so I mean, it might have been the just the mass of whatever. I guess it's our range that does that.
It's part of the curse.
Oh, I thought serving Gaia was a blessing. Why do people call it a curse?
It's called a curse because you cannot interact with humans without them instinctively knowing that they're around something greater than themselves.
Oh,
It goes back to ancient days. It's been bred into humans to fear us.
sort of like a predator prey type thing.
Kinda, I, to a degree.
Okay.
That's probably one of the easiest ways to describe it. Usually the Aruns are the worst about it because that primal rage that fills them is kind of right at the surface.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, I've certainly noticed. I've certainly noticed that I've been feeling a lot angrier since a few days ago. Like, I mean, I can still control it, but I know it's there.
Good. Controlling it's going to be very important as you go along.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting that, Raya. Um, just for the record, um, I can't I can't keep it up the whole time, but he's he's definitely speaking with a Samoan accent. Um, yeah, I'm getting that. The the brothers and sisters have been good to me though.
Glad to hear it.
Does it ever get easier?
You learn sometimes that there are times to just let it go, and there are times to keep it in. A lot of those come with learning to understand what's going on in the world around you, especially with cameras and such.
Yeah,
Those are some of the biggest problems you'll run into. Larger groups of people, even if you go into the big crazy shape, Krynos, some people still aren't affected. They go the other extreme, like, oh my god, I got to videotape this.
that's that's scary.
Aye, it can be.
I know I'm supposed to be a judge and adjudicator. I don't mind that so much. Killing that poor girl scared me a bit, though. I'd never actually killed anyone before.
Well, I suppose you're in for a whole slew of new experiences.
I guess so. Did you want some of this ice cream? There's about a bowl left, and he holds out the tub of ice cream.
Nay, if I need more, I can go get some. I can leave in go places and shopping and such, so
Yeah,
kinfolk should be by to refill the refrigerator if Tails doesn't do it.
okay. I'm still on sipped watch for the time being. And
You'll be restricted to SIP without a babysitter until you're a Cleoth. All clubs
uh,
are.
looks like I got a fair bit of a way to go yet.
Take your time, learn what you need.
I'll be sure to ask one of our Glasswalker brothers and sisters if if they could help me with that online course suggestion. It'd be a shame if I couldn't finish.
I thought it would.
My mom and dad sacrificed a lot to help me get out this way.
Well then, I suppose we should make sure that you get that degree then, so it wasn't for nothing.
Joe smiles. I'm fairly certain that someone with a criminology degree should be able to make a fairly decent philodox.
I'm sure you'll make an amazing half moon.
Oh snap, Raya! I'm so sorry, I forgot. And he like does the full like I'm I'm Joe Summers. I was born on on two legs, and under a half moon, and I'm a I'm a cub of the nation.
She smiles. Bent in Tempest, Volstern, Crescent Moon, Born of the Breach.
Born of the breach. And Joe's kind of struggling with that one because he hasn't heard that one before. Born of the breach.
Breach of the Litany.
Oh, okay. I'm
Born of Tugaru.
I understand, Raya. It's very ni- it's very nice to meet you. And he means it too. He his his face is very genuine.
Do you know what stock you're of?
No, no, and I'm sort of wondering how I would go about finding out.
Oh, there's rituals that can be done on you. Check your heritage.
Would that be done when I'm a cliff, or can that be done at any
Eh,
time?
be done at any time.
Oh, okay. I guess I should ask about that. I guess.
I don't know it myself yet, or I'd offer to just do it for you.
Sorry?
I don't know it myself yet. Otherwise, I'd offer to do it for you.
Oh, well, thank you. It's a very nice thought.
I get that way sometimes.
Joe, Joe can't help it. He just starts to like chuckle and puts his mouth.
Oh, it's alright. That was meant to be humorous.
You seem like a fairly decent person to me, Ryan.
I try to be. Some people don't think I am after what I said should happen to somebody, but they ask my opinion.
And Joe just kind of thinks for a minute. The only major case that I'm aware of. Are you referring to Tragic Spear, Raya?
To Radiant Spear,
Oh, thank you.
she clenches her jaw after she says that, though, too. Normally, I'm a very forgiving person. His crimes, though, they're grand, and it put far more than just Gary at risk. He could have caused so many breaches of the veil. He could have gotten kinfolk killed, and that as a Fiona I can't tolerate. Kinfolk are what keeps us going, what gives us that future. Putting them at threat.
Well, it's like harming the family.
Aye.
It is harming the family. I mean, Ohana's oh, oh Ohana's very sacred in Hawaii as well.
Glad to hear that.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Nay.
Well, you know, if the spirits are kind, if I can prove myself adequately, I'd like to take some of my new friends to Hawaii with me and introduce them to my family.
If they're kinfolk, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
I'm
If they're
hoping.
not, they might shy away from you and whoever you take with you.
Well, I have to cross that bridge when I come to it, but I'm really hoping that they're kinfolk. Really. I don't know where I'd be without my foster family. I'd have been in a very bad place without them.
Most of us would have been.
And Joe just eats his ice cream for a minute or two. Um, um, um.
Alana continues packing. That should just about be it. Whatever food's left, you're welcome to.
And he, as he's still kind of swallowing, he just sort of lifts up a Hawaiian hand sign. Um, and he smiles at that, and he swallows and like I kind of wish your alpha would reconsider. And it's going to be awful lonely in this cabin without company.
We'll be around, just not staying here.
Yeah, I
But
guess.
we already got the apartment, so you kind of can't back out of it.
Oh, good for you. I hear trying to get a place here in NY is kind of ridiculous.
It can be, but when you have 4 or 5 people chipping in for an apartment,
That helps. That helps.
a lot easier.
That helps a lot.
And we got a bigger apartment just in case our pot grows a lot more.
Smart. Very smart. And
I know it's like 1 to 2 more people. It's a matter of finding the right people for it, though.
absolutely. And Joe Nog, he's sort of coming into an understanding of sorts of certain things. I mean, if you're going to go into a battle, you need to know you can trust those that are at your back.
Aye. And to trust that those at your back will do what's necessary of them.
Joe nods. Whose idea was it to add bacon to this? It's fantastic.
That was mine.
That's it. It's official. I like you already, Raya.
Thank you, lad.
Munch, 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 munch.
God, it would be so much easier if I could just dedicate it all and just carry it out through the Umbra. Having
Um,
to carry it box by box is a
well,
hassle.
well, I, I can help you carry some. It's not a problem.
Well, on the Umbra, I could just relax into Krynos and carry like all of them at once.
Well, you could, but you know,
She gets a faraway look in her eyes for a moment. It's alright. The rest of the pack will be here shortly to help with it.
okay. Well, I might not be a pack mate, but I get the feeling we're all family here on the Sept, so you know.
We're supposed to be. Though some people don't seem to care about family as much as others.
And that's gonna take Joe aback for a minute. What do you mean by that, Raya?
Some people hold on to their personal prejudices and drive wedges between us as a sept because of it.
That's bad mojo, man.
That's their burden to bear.
That's really bad mojo.
All we can do is try and be better. Do what we can.
And raise high enough in the ranks that we can do something about it. Joe smiles.
Unfortunately, tribal prejudices can be very difficult for some folk to get over. Take those that are raised around the Fiona.
Okay.
They tend to look very poorly upon Metis because, well, we tend to be very passionate people, so that's why we tend to make the most Metis.
That that actually explains a lot. Mm,
And people like Balian and Aiden, both raised, shown the way of the Fiona Metis hate, have taken that hatred deeply to heart.
you can You can punish me for this if you feel you need to, Raya, but I'm not sure I like Bailey and Raya very much. There's something about him that's just off.
Alright, I'm gonna have to roll manipulation subterfuge right now to not smile at that.
The guy basically made his kinfolk open his door for him like he was some kind of rich prince or something. I don't get it.
And I have, when you say you don't like Bailey and Alana, the corners of Alana's mouth kind of creep up into a small smile because
I
she
have
failed her manip sub.
I haven't actually spoken to him or anything, but he just something seems off to me about him.
He's overly pretentious and he thinks he's better than everyone because he's a silver fang.
And that's important.
Generally, the king of our nation, the Gary nation, is a silver fang. Currently, it's Morninkill, former truth catcher of our sept.
Who is also a silver fang?
Aye.
Oh,
But because they're tied to the royalty, they all think they're better than everyone and they think they should be the ones in charge of everything.
mm, okay. So Bailey and Raya has a tendency to take his connection to the throne quite literally. Then
Aye. Jacob, he's a Fostern as well. Wormsbane. He's not nearly as bad about it. He's far more down to earth and level headed.
I haven't met Jacob Raya yet, but um,
He'll be around tomorrow for the punishment. Pretty sure that's when it's happening.
well, I know Den Mother Chloe seems to think very highly of him, so I
Well,
didn't.
they are pack mates, so I would assume so.
He he doesn't seem like such a bad dude. I guess I'll have to give Bailey and Raya a chance though. I shouldn't really just base things on assumptions.
Watch how he treats people. Watch how he interacts with those above him and those below him.
Well, I saw how he treated his kinfolk, and I didn't like that very much.
You'll likely see more of the same, possibly worse, especially when it comes to those who are metis.
Is there something we can do about that if we see it?
Not really. Unfortunately, being harsh on metis is acceptable in the nation.
Well, okay, and you can tell when he says okay, it it it's really uncomfortable for him, but there's still that portion of the litany for a reason. About not being too harsh on those below you.
Because we're born of a litany breach, most people take that to mean that the litany doesn't fully apply to us when it comes to respect and such. We're beyond those rules.
At the mention of this, very much not directed at you, but almost outside of Joe, he just starts to.
Perhaps one day you'll change that. Who knows?
Let me tell you something, sister. If I get a chance to amend things, there's gonna be a little more aloha in this place. Let me tell you.
I'm sure that'll do us all some good.
Joe smiles and he seems to feel a lot better than he's felt in the last few hours. I'm really glad I met you, Raya.
Well, that's nice to hear. I look
Oh,
forward to seeing how you grow.
me too. Joe smiles again. Well, I won't. I won't keep you, Ryan. But if you need anything, just sing out.
I'll let you know.
And and Joe kind of like takes a knee again and offers his neck. May I be excused?
Aye, lad.
And he stands up and he heads to his room and on his way just before he closes his door he offers you a hang hang loose sign.
She awkwardly makes one in return.
And he just smiles and waves and closes his door behind him.
And with that, I think this scene can end. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, viewers, for viewing.